Hello everyone. So for today's lesson, we are going to work on sharing and commenting on our classmates' inquiry logs. We've been working on our inquiry logs to get ready to finish our guided inquiry lesson. And as we prepare to move to the next phase of our guided inquiry on biographies, we want to get some feedback on our inquiry logs. We will be sharing our logs with 2 classmates and working on adding 3 supportive or constructive comments to help your classmates. First, we need to look at how to share our logs, and then we will talk about how we make comments. So right now I have an inquiry log here pulled up. We're going to start by sharing this inquiry log. So up here in the corner, there's a button that says share. We're going to click on that and we're going to type in the email address. Now, for you guys, you will actually be able to just type in the name and it will just pull up the person's email address, so we don't have to type in the email address. Now, we don't want to just send this to the person right away. We want to make sure that they can't actually change anything. We don't want them to edit our file or our log. We want them to only be able to make comments. So we're going to click on the little pencil here. We're going to click can comment. We don't want them to be able to edit. We're going to hit send. And it's going to send it. It's going to ask us if we are sure we want to send it. We're going to hit yes. And next, I'm going to go up to the Google Drive for that email address that I sent the log to. It's going to pop up in my shared with me folder here. Pops up. It's inquiry log right here. So I'm going to double click on it. It's going to pull up and it's going to tell me I'm suggesting only, so I'm not making any edits. So there's a couple ways you can make comments. Now remember, we are formulating these effective, supportive, or constructive comments on our classmates' inquiry logs so that they have an idea if they're doing a good job making these remarks, or if maybe they need to look at some different sources. Maybe you're giving them some ideas that, one of these sources, if they've put that they don't think they can use this source, maybe you look through the source and you say, you know what, I think you have some good ideas here. Maybe you could use it. So you can make some comments or some suggestions in order to help them out. So the first way we can make comments is you can click in the area you want to make a comment, and you can hit this comment button right here. It says add comment. You can click on it and you can add a comment. We're just going to type some examples here. I'm going to put question just so you can see some examples, and I'm going to hit comment. Now, this comment shows up, so that's my first suggestion for them. Now, another way I can make some suggestions is I can actually just go in and I can write something. I can add an edit to it, but it doesn't edit it for them. It just adds a suggestion that they can either accept or reject. So I'm going to go ahead and say, this looks great, add something else. Again, I'm just showing you some examples, so I'm not putting anything that's realistic or going to actually help in this area. So I've added this here. It says add. They can go onto there and they can hit this accept or they can hit this reject button, and we'll look at that in a second. So I'm going to add one more comment here. I'm actually going to highlight this entire thing. The comment button, instead of me having to go all the way up here, it adds it right here. So I can just go ahead and hit add comment, type in my comment, hit comment, and now I have 3 effective responses to this classmate. Now this classmate is going to go to their inquiry log and they're going to see my 3 comments that have shown up. So they can see my first comment here. They can say, oh, that looks great. That's a great suggestion. So I'm going to hit resolve because I've already taken it into account. My next suggestion, they see that I'm looking at this entire phrase here, and I think, you know what? I'm going to hold on to that because I'm going to come back to that when I'm ready. And this one, you know what? I think they did a good job, but I'm not 100% positive I want to keep that. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit reject suggestion because I don't want to keep that. So it's going to erase it. It takes it away. Now I've been looking, and you know what? I'm ready. I'm going to go ahead and hit resolve here. All of my comments are resolved. I'm ready to go, and I can move on to my create phase.